This year at CES 2025, I got hands-on time with a ton of awesome displays, and in fact, you might want to get subscribed because I have an absolute deluge of content coming over the coming weeks and days with so many exciting products. But there's one I wanted to talk about first, and that's the 5K display that I saw at NVIDIA's secret area. Before that, this CES coverage is brought to you by MSI and their new QD OLED monitors, bringing excellent speed, clarity, and colors at an affordable price. And NVIDIA, who flew me out to see their new RTX 50 series cards, revolutionizing graphics via new features and higher performance than ever before. This is probably something that you haven't heard of before, and I was very surprised to see it. But yes, it appears we are getting a 32-inch 5K glossy HDR, possibly gaming monitor, as it is going to apparently be 144 Hz. It's not completed, so maybe it could be 165 Hz or higher when it's fully finished, but I would err on the side of caution and expect 144 Hz. I do believe it should also be Mini LED, and I think it's going to be either HDR 1000 or 1400, but I'll reach out to NVIDIA for more information, as at the time that I was talking to them, they actually didn't even have the full details, and there was no information on the display other than what I got to see with my eyes. And I gotta tell you guys, 5K is an absolute treat. Now, why is 5K so great, and why would you care about it instead of getting a 4K monitor? Well, to be honest with you, 4K is already really excellent, but 5K steps it up just a little bit higher, and it does give you just a bit more clarity. And it's to a point where, for me, even though at 4K it's very clear, I can still see some of that pixelization, especially in games. But at 5K, that is not the case. And in fact, this is not the only 5K monitor I saw at CES. There were quite a few, and it seems like 5K is coming in hot, hard, and buff. But yeah, this one especially was incredibly clear, because since it should be Mini LED, well, then it should also have a more regular sub-pixel layout, leading to incredible text clarity, the likes of which you should be seeing now. And yes, you can read the tiniest text from far away in games. It's just absolutely incredible. It's also going to be a great resolution for editing, but most importantly, you can actually upscale perfectly from 1440p, as 5K is 4 times 1440p. If you do upscale from that, it's a perfect 4:1 ratio. So we'll have to wait and see what the final specs are in terms of brightness. Now, in this sample, in this very bright scene, I did measure around 680 nits, but I was informed again that this is not a final sample and things could drastically change. In fact, it seemed like it wasn't following the EOTF curve properly, and it's likely that the peak brightness of this will exceed 1000 nits, making this an excellent HDR option. But the one thing that was very surprising, other than the 5K resolution and 144 Hz refresh rate, which I really wasn't even expecting to see this early in 2025, was that glossy coating. Now, many people have been asking for a glossy Mini LED, and I did ask them about it, wanted to make sure that, there wasn't a mistake here, but it appears that, yeah, this is actually a glossy display. Now, whether or not the final version will be glossy, I don't know for sure, but they made it sound like over at NVIDIA that it probably would be glossy, if that's what I'm seeing on the show floor at this point in time. And the reason why they said it would probably be glossy is because they thought it would be focused a little bit more towards productivity / gaming and not just gaming, and therefore the glossy coating might be something that creators are looking for to get the highest clarity possible. But as we know, gamers are after that as well, trying to get the highest quality image that is humanly possible, and glossy is the only way to do so. And Matt, yucky, nobody wants that. So really exciting stuff there. If you've been holding out for a super high resolution display to pair with a new RTX 50 series card, this might just be the one for you, and I'll be reaching out to them for more information as well as a release date. Does sound like this year is what I was kind of getting, and probably pretty soon, but I couldn't nail down an exact release date at this point in time. And I would also expect it to be probably close to $1,000, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but probably not any more than $2,000. So it'll probably be fairly expensive considering the specs, but I don't think it'll be way more than the 4K OLEDs we have today, and it should give you far higher brightness, better clarity, as well as better HDR if that's what you're looking for.
Whether you're looking to connect a new console, gaming PC, or just need a fast and reliable HDMI cable to connect over long distances, Rupro has you covered with their certified 8K HDMI 2.1 fiber optic cable available in sizes of up to 50 feet and can deliver a perfect full 48 gigabits per second connection over distances other cables could only dream of reaching. And with 48 gigabits per second of bandwidth, it can easily drive 8K 60 FPS or 4K 144 FPS 10-bit HDR video through its ultra-thin, flexible, and durable housing, and it even supports ER. So if you're in the market for a cable that can drive a beautiful new TV or monitor, be sure to check out Rupro on Amazon today.